Augustus FitzRoy 1768-1770. Augustus FitzRoy, born in 1768, was a prominent figure in 18th-century England, whose life unfolded against the backdrop of significant historical and cultural shifts. As the son of a distinguished family, FitzRoy's lineage bore weight in the aristocratic circles of the time. His family's political connections, coupled with his own eventual contributions, rendered him a notable personality in British history. The early years of FitzRoy's life serve as a crucible for the development of his character, values, and ambitions. Insights into his family dynamics, educational pursuits, and social environment during this period can illuminate the factors that influenced his worldview. By unraveling the tapestry of his formative years, we gain a deeper understanding of the motivations behind his actions and the context in which he navigated the challenges and opportunities that defined his life. Augustus FitzRoy's lineage traced back to a distinguished and ancient aristocratic family with roots deeply embedded in British history. The FitzRoy family name carried with it a legacy of honor, service, and political influence. Augustus was born into a lineage that had long played roles in both the political and social spheres, making his family a significant force within the aristocracy. The FitzRoy name had earned prominence over generations, and Augustus inherited not only the family title but also the expectations and responsibilities that came with it. This lineage connected him to a network of influential figures, creating a tapestry of familial relationships that would shape his upbringing and future endeavors. Augustus FitzRoy's parents played pivotal roles in shaping the trajectory of his early life. His father, renowned for his political acumen and perhaps a legacy of military service, provided a formidable example for Augustus to follow. The expectations on Augustus to uphold the family name and contribute to its legacy were, no doubt, substantial. His mother, too, likely played a crucial role in his upbringing, contributing to the cultural and intellectual milieu within the FitzRoy household. The social standing of Augustus's parents positioned the family within the upper echelons of society, exposing him to the privileges and responsibilities that accompanied such status. The family's social standing not only dictated the opportunities available to Augustus but also influenced the networks and associations that would shape his future. Engagements with other aristocratic families, political figures, and cultural influencers were likely commonplace, contributing to a rich and multifaceted upbringing. The 18th century was a period of immense political, social, and cultural transformation in England. The landscape in which Augustus FitzRoy grew up was characterized by the ongoing Enlightenment, the expansion of the British Empire, and the complexities of a constitutional monarchy. The political and cultural context of the time would undoubtedly have had a profound impact on the values and worldview instilled in Augustus during his formative years. The intricate dance of power between the monarchy and parliament, the intellectual ferment of the Enlightenment, and the societal norms and expectations of the aristocracy all played a role in shaping the environment in which Augustus came of age. Understanding the broader historical context provides a lens through which we can analyze the choices made by Augustus and the forces that influenced his life's trajectory. The year 1768 marked the birth of Augustus FitzRoy, a momentous event that occurred against the backdrop of a society in the throes of change. Born into the esteemed FitzRoy lineage, Augustus entered the world amid the expectations and traditions that accompanied his aristocratic heritage. The circumstances surrounding his birth were likely celebrated within the family and echoed throughout the social circles to which the FitzRoys belonged. The political and cultural climate of the time may have also influenced the significance attached to his birth. England in the late 18th century was experiencing shifts in political dynamics, with debates surrounding constitutional monarchy and the rights of individuals gaining momentum. Augustus FitzRoy's entrance into the world occurred during a period of intellectual ferment, where ideas about governance and societal structures were actively discussed and contested. The influences on Augustus FitzRoy's early years extended beyond the confines of the family estate. The expectations placed on him as a member of the FitzRoy lineage would have been palpable, with a predetermined path of duty and responsibility laid out before him. Family elders, with their accumulated wisdom and experiences, likely played pivotal roles in shaping his character and aspirations. Moreover, societal expectations, deeply ingrained in the fabric of aristocratic life, would have exerted their influence on young Augustus. The norms and etiquettes of high society would have been imparted to him, shaping his conduct and worldview. As a scion of the aristocracy, he would have been groomed to navigate the intricate social hierarchies and obligations inherent to his station. The influence of family on Augustus FitzRoy's character was profound, as he was born into a lineage that carried both privilege and responsibility. The FitzRoy family played a pivotal role in shaping his values, principles, and worldview from the earliest stages of his life. Parents, siblings, and extended family members collectively contributed to the nurturing of his character. Parents, as primary influencers, would have imparted not only the family's traditions but also their own perspectives on matters of honor, duty, and social responsibility. Augustus would have been exposed to the nuances of familial expectations, with lessons on leadership, integrity, and the obligations inherent in his aristocratic status. Siblings, if any, would have played both supportive and competitive roles in his upbringing. The dynamics of sibling relationships often contribute significantly to one's development, fostering qualities of cooperation, rivalry, and camaraderie. These familial connections laid the groundwork for the interpersonal skills and emotional intelligence that would be crucial in his later engagements within the aristocratic and political circles. Being part of the FitzRoy family afforded Augustus the opportunity to forge connections with some of the most notable figures of 18th-century England. The aristocracy of the time operated within a network of relationships that extended beyond blood ties. As he grew, Augustus would have attended social gatherings, political events, and cultural affairs where he encountered influential figures from various domains. His family's stature likely facilitated interactions with political leaders, intellectuals, and cultural luminaries. These connections would have exposed him to diverse perspectives, providing a broad education beyond formal studies. Such associations could have influenced his understanding of governance, philosophy, and the arts, shaping the contours of his intellectual landscape. The FitzRoy family, like any other, would have experienced its own set of dynamics during the late 18th century. Power struggles, alliances, and disagreements may have played out within the family structure, impacting Augustus's perception of authority and conflict resolution. Inheritances, family traditions, and the passing of titles could have been subjects of discussion and negotiation, contributing to the family's internal dynamics. The FitzRoy family might have faced challenges unique to their social standing, such as maintaining the family estate, navigating political alliances, and ensuring the continuity of their lineage. These dynamics would have influenced Augustus's sense of duty, loyalty, and the expectations he carried as a representative of his family. Augustus FitzRoy's formal education was a critical component of his upbringing as a member of the aristocracy. During the late 18th century, education for individuals of his social standing was tailored to prepare them for the responsibilities and expectations of their noble lineage. His early education would have been conducted by private tutors and governesses within the confines of the family estate. The curriculum would have included a classical education, with a focus on subjects such as Latin, Greek, rhetoric, and mathematics. These foundational studies aimed not only to cultivate intellectual prowess but also to instill a sense of refinement and cultural sophistication. As he progressed in his educational journey, the curriculum likely expanded to encompass broader areas of knowledge, including literature, philosophy, and perhaps the sciences. The individuals responsible for imparting knowledge to Augustus FitzRoy held a crucial role in shaping his intellectual development. Private tutors, chosen for their expertise and pedagogical skills, would have been instrumental in molding his understanding of various subjects. These mentors would not only have been educators but also role models, influencing his values and character. In addition to formal tutors, influential family members may have played mentorship roles in his education. Elders within the FitzRoy family, especially those well-versed in political and social affairs, might have shared their experiences and insights with the young Augustus. Such interactions would have provided him with a practical understanding of the intricacies of aristocratic life and governance. The subjects and areas of interest incorporated into Augustus FitzRoy's education were carefully selected to align with the expectations of a nobleman in 18th-century England. Classical languages, literature, and philosophy were integral components, fostering a foundation of knowledge that extended beyond practical concerns into the realm of cultural sophistication. Subjects related to governance and political affairs may have been introduced as he advanced in his studies, preparing him for the eventual responsibilities of managing the family estate and participating in the political life of the era. Given the intellectual climate of the time, exposure to Enlightenment ideals and political philosophy could have influenced his worldview, shaping his understanding of power, governance, and societal structures. The eclectic nature of his education would have contributed to a well-rounded intellectual profile, equipping Augustus FitzRoy with the knowledge and skills deemed essential for a member of the aristocracy. The interplay of classical education, mentorship, and exposure to contemporary intellectual currents laid the groundwork for his future contributions in both intellectual and societal spheres. The late 18th century in England was a period marked by profound societal and cultural transformations. As Augustus FitzRoy navigated his formative years, he would have been deeply influenced by the prevailing norms and trends of this dynamic era. The social landscape was characterized by a stratified class system, where the aristocracy held significant power and influence. Societal norms during this time placed a strong emphasis on etiquette, manners, and propriety, particularly within aristocratic circles. The code of conduct expected from individuals of Augustus FitzRoy's status was governed by strict rules of decorum, and adherence to these norms was crucial for maintaining one's social standing. Additionally, the late 18th century witnessed the emergence of Enlightenment ideals, which fostered intellectual curiosity, rationality, and a questioning of established authority, a movement that could have shaped FitzRoy's own perspectives on governance and society. Augustus FitzRoy's early life unfolded against the backdrop of significant historical events that left an indelible mark on the societal fabric of the time. The late 18th century was a period of political upheaval, with events such as the American Revolution and the onset of the French Revolution reshaping the geopolitical landscape. These tumultuous events would have undoubtedly influenced the political consciousness of the aristocracy, including the FitzRoy family. The American Revolution, in particular, may have had a direct impact on the family's political engagements and perspectives. The echoes of revolutionary ideals, such as notions of liberty and individual rights, could have permeated discussions within aristocratic circles. These events may have played a role in shaping Augustus FitzRoy's understanding of governance, authority, and the evolving nature of the aristocracy in the face of changing political landscapes. The cultural milieu of the late 18th century was characterized by a flourishing of artistic and intellectual endeavors. Augustus FitzRoy, being a member of the aristocracy, would likely have enjoyed access to a rich tapestry of cultural experiences. Engagements with the arts, literature, and other cultural aspects were not only sources of entertainment but also avenues for intellectual stimulation and social interaction. Artistic movements such as neoclassicism and romanticism dominated the cultural scene, influencing the visual arts, literature, and architecture. The FitzRoy family estate may have been adorned with works of art, and Augustus would have been exposed to the aesthetic ideals of the time. Literature, too, played a pivotal role in shaping the cultural consciousness, and he may have engaged with the works of prominent writers, philosophers, and poets of the era. The late 1760s and early 1770s were marked by significant events in England that had far-reaching implications for the political and social landscape of the time. As Augustus FitzRoy entered the world during this period, he was born into a society grappling with both internal and external challenges. Accession of King George III, 1760. The reign of King George III began in 1760, setting the stage for a period of significant political developments. His reign would span the American Revolution, presenting challenges to the stability of the British Empire. Tensions with the American colonies. During the late 1760s, tensions between the American colonies and the British Crown were escalating. The passage of acts like the Stamp Act, 1765, and the Townshend Acts, 1767, fueled discontent and laid the groundwork for the American Revolutionary War. Lord North's premiership. Lord North served as Prime Minister from 1770 to 1782, a period that included the early years of Augustus FitzRoy's life. North's tenure was marked by challenges, including the handling of the American Revolutionary War. Political and social impact. The political unrest and conflicts with the American colonies would have had implications for the FitzRoy family, given their aristocratic and likely politically connected status. The family may have been involved in political discussions and considerations related to the crown's policies. Economic and social stability. The economic repercussions of conflicts with the American colonies could have affected the stability of the aristocracy, including the FitzRoy family. Economic shifts, trade disruptions, and potential financial implications may have influenced the family's estate and fortunes. Educational emphasis on governance. The political climate of the time, especially with the American Revolutionary War looming, may have influenced the educational emphasis on governance and political affairs in Augustus FitzRoy's upbringing. He might have received specific instruction on the family's political responsibilities and the broader implications of the events unfolding around him. Challenges of the era. The challenges of the era, including political unrest and economic uncertainties, could have posed challenges for the FitzRoy family. These challenges may have influenced decisions regarding the family estate, alliances, and the positioning of the family within the changing political landscape. Political engagements. Given the political climate of the time, Augustus may have actively participated in political affairs, leveraging the knowledge and values instilled during his early education. His family's political connections and his own experiences could have positioned him in roles of influence and leadership. Estate management. As the heir to the FitzRoy family, Augustus would have assumed responsibilities related to the management of the family estate. This could include overseeing agricultural practices, handling financial matters, and maintaining the family's standing within the community. Social and cultural contributions. Augustus may have made cultural and societal contributions, reflecting the refined upbringing and exposure to the arts and literature during his early years. His patronage of the arts or involvement in intellectual circles could have left a lasting impact on the cultural milieu of his time. Adaptation to historical changes. The historical events and challenges of his early years, such as the American Revolution and political shifts, could have shaped Augustus FitzRoy's adaptability and decision-making. His ability to navigate and contribute during times of change would be reflective of the resilience instilled during his formative period. Historical recognition. Depending on the roles he played in political, social, or cultural spheres, Augustus may be remembered in historical records and documents of the time. His presence in political discussions, involvement in societal initiatives, or patronage of the arts could secure his place in the annals of history. Cultural and intellectual impact. If Augustus made significant contributions to the cultural and intellectual milieu of his time, his legacy might endure through artistic works, writings, or enduring intellectual influences on subsequent generations. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it informative, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this in the future.